When I agreed to go downstairs and eat, my husband was totally stunned. It was already the third day of my hunger strike. In my previous life, I did everything I could to divorce him, just so I could be with a worthless jerk. In the end, he gave up his life for me. I moved toward the closet to grab a change of clothes. When I turned back, Julius was still rooted in place, staring at me. "So do you want to watch me change?" I teased. His face turned red as he hurried out, shutting the door behind him. Once dressed, I stepped out to find Julius and his two guards waiting. As soon as Julius saw me, his eyes lit up, but his expression quickly hardened. "You two turn around," he ordered the guard sharply. I chuckled at his protectiveness. "Let's go," I said, smiling. He hesitated. Before holding out his hand, I took it without hesitation, and his entire body seemed to freeze. "What's wrong? Are we going downstairs?" I asked softly. He didn't respond immediately, and I realized how much damage I'd done to him. In the past, even something as simple as holding my hand left him speechless. Eventually, he snapped out of it. "Let's go," he said, leading the way. When we entered the dining room, I felt all the servants' eyes on us. They were probably wondering if I was about to cause another scene. Eugene, Julius' loyal assistant, stood waiting in the living room. His eyes narrowed suspiciously as he saw us. "What's going on now?" Eugene asked harshly. Before I could answer, Julius gave him a warning glare that shut him up immediately. I smiled at Eugene, knowing he probably thought I was up to no good. Again, Julius tightened his grip on my hand and guided me toward the dining table. "Let's eat," he said softly. When I sat down, I noticed he was about to take the seat furthest away. I tugged on his hand, making him sit closer instead. "Have you eaten?" I asked as I picked up my utensils. "I have," he lied. I knew he wasn't being honest, but instead of calling him out, I said, "Why don't you eat with me?" Then he nodded reluctantly and pushed a ball of porridge toward me. "Start with this," he said. "It's easier to digest." I took a bite, realizing how much thought had gone into this simple dish. Julius must have consulted doctors and chefs to make sure it was perfect. For me to show my gratitude, I picked up a piece of food and placed it on his plate. "You eat too," he froze, staring at the food like it was a foreign object. Slowly, he picked up his fork and ate it. Eugene looked like he was about to have a meltdown. "Sir," he exclaimed, clearly convinced I was up to something. But Julius ignored him and continued eating. I smiled at the small victory. When we finished, I leaned toward Julius and whispered, "Scared I might trick you?"